Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Pocket Razors channel. Today, we're going to take a look at a pair of Finch knives. Let's get in here and check these guys out. We have the two new colorways of the 1929. And one of the two that we're going to take a look at is the Stag Horn. This is the model number MD905. And then we're also going to take a look at the second new version of this that just released. We're going to take a look at the Abalone and check out all this wonderful goodness. These are two of the new releases from French Knife. The 1929 is not a new knife pattern. It's been around for a minute. It's one of their very first patterns that they put out. I think it was the second or the third. Looks like we've got some of the typical fare going on inside here. We've got our model 1929 sticker. Love how each new knife pattern they come out with gets its own unique sticker. And then, of course, we've got our Flippin' the Finch sticker that's typically in all of those guys that they send out. And, of course, we've got our Finch warranty card here. Every knife you buy from Finch is guaranteed satisfactory or your money back. Feel confident and look sharp with the Finch, always. So I've got that guy coming out with it as well. And then, of course, we get a fresh Band-Aid with every new Finch knife. So don't get in the habit of using those. I do get in the habit of saving them up just in case, though. So let's get this guy out of the box. This is the Stag Horn that we've got coming on this first guy here. And look at that beautiful goodness. So this is just absolutely gorgeous. Love seeing that nice stag bone material there. Excellent. And let's get this other guy out of the box here real quick so we can take a look at both of these guys at the same time. And here again, looks like we've got pretty typical fare coming out of here. The stickers, got our warranty card, and then we've also got our Band-Aid. Let's get this guy out of the box and we'll take a closer look at it as well. Alrighty. So this is the Abalone, and like I said, this model 1929 has been out. I've seen a couple of different numbers out there. I think on Finch's site, these appear to be the 9th and the 10th patterns, but I believe that there's some exclusives out there. I've seen as many as about 12 or 13 over at Traditional Pocket Knives. I do believe that they've had a few of their own exclusives that they've done over there. But guys, look at this Abalone. I think this is, I believe this is the third pattern they've done in the Abalone. It's at least the second, if not the third. And holy moly, they've just done a really, really good job. It's hard to even find a seam in that show side scale. And let's take a look at the back. Oh, equally as impressive there. I just love seeing all the colors coming out of those guys. A little bit of a seam right over here that you can see on this one. But all in all, considering they have to piece that stuff together, guys, they've just done a marvelous job on here. Let's take a little bit of a closer look here. Looks like all of our fasteners are sitting nice. Our loom shield is also sitting in there nicely. Not seeing really any gapping around the scales and the bolster there. This side, just kind of check it out as well. Very nice fitment on the scales. That clip is beautiful. Looks like our finish and our alignment on this one with the scales and the liners is spot on. And this guy here is also aligned very nicely. This gapping right in here, it's kind of hard to see on this one. Little gap right in there. That is so that bolstered, integral bolstered liner lock can function properly. Alignment on this guy appears to be spot on. Let's do a quick check on this guy here as well for kind of fitment. Looks like, okay, the screws are sitting on there very nicely. See how our gapping is, if there is any. Looks like very nice uniform fitment on that side. See how we're looking over here. Also very nice fitment on the scales to the bolster. It's like maybe there's just a very little tiny bit of a gap right in there. I would not let that freak me out personally, nor am I going to. This is an absolute beautiful knife. Here again, you can see that gap that's intentional right here. Of course, that's right along where that integral bolster liner lock is. And check our blade centering here real quick. And looks to be spot on as well. So, guys, a couple of beauties coming out straight out of the box from Finch here. These are their two new patterns, the Abalone and the Stag Horn, of course. So let's jump in here, and aside from the scale materials, the specs should be the same on both of these. They both have typical finishes. Obviously, they are single-bladed knives, and get that out of here. The closed length is 3.5 inches. The overall length on this guy is 6 inches. Our width of it is 0.45 inches. Of course, as far as the handle material, we do have the stag bone right here in this guy. And we do have the abalone as far as the handle scale material there. So the handle length is right at 3.50 inches. It is, as far as the blade style, they are listing this as a clip spay blade. The blade material is 154 cm, which I believe is right there. And of course, they got the model number 1929 on that one as well. And a little bit different badging on this one because they couldn't do the loom shield in those kind of sculpted scales. They've got the laser etch for the Finch logo on this one. And then, of course, they have your typical loom shield that's inset into the abalone version. Our blade thickness on this guy is listed at right at 0.125 inches. The overall blade length on this guy is 2.50 inches. The blade height is right at 3/4 inch or 0.75 inches. These are both do have the satin blade finish to them, both running the flipper tab as well as a pinch grip, and very nice deployment on the flipper. And then, of course, on the pinch grip, you do have the ability to pull those out. No nail nick on either side of the blade if you do choose to open it in that fashion. The bolster material is steel. Our liner materials, and this is an integral bolster and liner in here, guys, are also steel. You can kind of see how they integrate the liners into the bolster there. So the lock type is an integrated liner bolster lock, as we already discussed right there. The weight on this guy is 3.1 ounces. Now on the that is on the abalone version, and could be that stag version is slightly different. Let's take a quick look here. Being listed at 3.1 ounces on that guy as well. So they're listed in both with the same weight. The titanium pocket clip is titanium clip. It is set into a tip-up carry. It is not interchangeable. They have not set those up for that. The shield material here is the sapphire crystal, and I believe it to be a loom shield. And let's see if we can't get that guy to illuminate here real quick, and we'll test it. Get a little light out here and see if we can get it to light up just a little bit for us. And this one I'm not sure is going to light up, so this may not be the loom shield. This could just be the sapphire crystal. And yeah, I'm just not getting any illumination off of that one, or it could be I'm not hitting it with enough light. So the designers on this was obviously Finch, and designed in Stillwell, Kansas. The manufacturer on these guys is QSP, which is pretty typical of most of the Finch knives. And they've just done an amazing job on both of these guys. The release dates on both of these are in August 2024, and just released here last week. and we were able to get our hands on some from traditionalpocketknives.com, and they got them to us here super quick. So taking a look at these, pretty fresh out of the box. Overall, guys, the fit and finish on these guys is just absolutely amazing. Looks like we do have just a touch of shipping oil on that guy. There we go, got it wiped off. And let's move a few things here, and then we're going to get you guys a few comparisons so that you compare these guys with a few other knives as well. So get those set up there. Kind of our typical go-to standard knife to compare size to is the bug out. That's the one that most people seem to have their hands on, that I have as well. So there it is up against the bug out for a little bit of size comparison there. Bring it in against some of the other Finches here, and anybody that's been into their Finch knives for a minute knows that they have a variety of sizes. Here's the guy that started it all, and this would be the FINCH Runtly. And you can see that this being a smaller knife than the 1929s. Bring in another guy here, another newer Finch that just released here. This is the olive wood version of the Pipeline. And you can see this guy definitely has it in blade length, handle length. Very similar in height and profile on the blades and the handles. Obviously some different shapes, but overall height on both of those is very, very similar. And let's bring out, this is one of my favorite patterns, Finch patterns anyways, that I like to daily carry. This is just a great size. And you can see we're starting to get a little bit more handle length in there and a little bit more blade length. And while we've got that guy out, I'll bring in one of my other, these are kind of my two favorite Finch knives to daily carry. This would be the Devil's Finger. This particular one is in the OD green micarta handles. And you can see both of those a bit bigger than the 1929 in handle length and in blade length as well. But for the bear paws, you know, typically I am going to prefer a little bit larger knife as far as a carry. I have carried some of my other 1929s over the years, though, and they usually are going to go in the pocket as my smaller knife. I'll usually carry something a little bit larger as my primary, something similar to this XL Runtly. And you can see, we'll bring the other Runtly in here as well, and you can see that Finch hits it out of the box again. A couple of quality patterns that they've come up with there, wonderful scale materials, going to be very unique from knife to knife, I would imagine, on those handle materials. But they've hit kind of right in the middle of the size range as well. So for anybody that likes a mid-size carry, somebody that doesn't necessarily have a set of bear paws that they need to fill up with a big old chonker like that XL Runtly there, I would certainly recommend taking a look at these 1929s. And guys, I'm just telling you, these are just two of the more beautiful Finch knives that I've ever seen them put out. These scale materials that they've put on these are just absolutely amazing. And I can guarantee you these will both be taking a trip into the rotation here very, very soon. But very excited to have gotten these out, showed them to you guys. Can't tell you how excited I am about them. Just super, super sexy knives. Yeah, if you're interested, get out there, check them out. Get over to traditionalpocketknives.com. I know they still have a few of them over there. And then also check out your favorite Finch retailer as well. Appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out the video on these guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd sure appreciate it if you would do so. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And remember what Brother Zach always likes to say, hashtag DSKFS, do something kind for somebody. It is the way. And until next time, appreciate you guys checking this out. And we'll get out of here for now and hit you with the old peace out. Have a great one, everybody.